right, number three of the most recent new movies I saw. So, Children of the Corn 2020, because this, as I recall, was being filmed in pretty much when when COVID hit very big and was taking over all of our lives. And so it didn't get released until this year. Now, for fans of the Stephen King short story, which I'm a huge Stephen King fan, it is very different from the story. It's very different from the 80s movie adaptation of Children of the Corn. I feel like you get more of before the town was completely rid of all the adults in this movie. Like the main character, I forget what her name is too. I'm not good with remembering names in movies if it's been a few days since I've seen them. Just how it is. But she gives a great performance. The young evil girl, like head girl we'll call it, oh, what the hell's his name? Not Malachi in the original one. The other one. Whatever, you know what I mean. She's like the new version of him. And she's like the leads all the kids and stuff into killing their parents and living in this town, which I don't even think it's called Gatlin anymore. Like there's a lot of changes in this movie, but it's enjoyable. There's some like iffy CGI, like the one who walks behind the rose looks all right. It just looks like a bunch of plants. I mean, maybe that's a spoiler. Not, I don't consider it. I mean, you know that it's gonna be in there if you are a fan of this story, but the lead girl does a good job, like I said. So does the little evil girl, Eden. The story's decent. It's just middle of the road for me. It's like nothing that was very impressive. Nothing that was like, oh, that's a great idea of another way to, to tell this story. Nothing really, but there was nothing egregiously bad. There was nothing I was shaking my head at. So it's just an average movie. It's an average adaptation of Children of the Corn, which this is the third remake that we've gotten now, or the third adaptation, because we got the first one, then we had one like the 90s, right, or like the early 2000s, something like that, and now we have this one. So it's a meh on it. It's nothing great. It's nothing terrible. Middle of the road is the best way I can describe the movie. So if you're a Stephen King fan, it doesn't really even apply here because it's such a different story. It's still the bare bones of Children of the Corn for sure, but there's a lot of different stuff. But I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. So if you guys are Children of the Corn fans, definitely check it out because the original I really love. That's one thing I could say with this adaptation though. It's not creepy. Like there's no creepy moments in this movie really at all. And that's a major thing with me for this. Like the original Children of the Corn, just the soundtrack alone, the score with the little kids choir like singing, that's just in its own creepier than anything in this movie. And just Malachi, and I don't know why I can't think of the fucking kid's name. is it Eli? Or something like, it's something like that. It's killing me. I haven't seen the movie forever, but nothing's creepy in this movie. The first movie is a very creepy film. Like, I don't know if it's just part nostalgia because I remember seeing it very young and it creeped the hell out of me, but this has none of that. It has some decent gore, but that's not really why I'm watching a Children of the Corn movie, which I don't really watch them anyway, because I've never gotten into the long running series of like 8 movies or something that's in the original series. So if this is the way of rebooting it, it doesn't really matter to me. Like it's not great. It's not that good. So I've said that. It's about enough on it. So I will have spoiled discussions up later tonight on Wes Craven's New Nightmare and the abysmal remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, which I'm dreading. And 2 p.m. is the third mystery spoiler discussion live, and I will see you guys there. Take care, everybody. Hope everyone's well.